If anybody from DeWalt is watching, I would love to be a spokesman for you. Give us a ring. Yeah, right. Anyways. Hey, welcome to the farm. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe. I think you'll be encouraged by what you find here. And maybe you'll have some laughs along the way. Today, we are working on making our pig scalder. Now, we made a pig scalder out of a bathtub, and it just wasn't big enough for us. So our options after that were a 55-gallon drum or something larger. We opted for something larger. We found an old oil drum, 320-gallon, I believe, tank that used to be on the side of a house. I have found these on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for about 50 bucks. So not terribly expensive, but it's gonna need to be modified. So here's our tank, and here's our stand. Now, as you guys can see, this stand is pretty tall. We add that tank to it, and there's no way my tractor with its crane or with its bucket is gonna be able to lift a 6 foot, 5.5 foot long pig hanging into this tank. So we're going to cut it down a little bit and then put it in the ground. So I've dug with the tractor about as deep as I can get back here. And now we're going to scoop a bit more out with the shovel, and then we're gonna cut this thing, fill it full of water, and get ready. This weekend we're harvesting 2 hogs for the first time. We've never done 2 before. So we've got firewood to get, we've got this thing to get in the ground, things to cut. It's a lot to do. So let's do some work. Bash some secondary supports down in there just to keep it from wobbling side to side. Feels pretty good. So one of the reasons we're doing this is safety, not the side things. I mean bringing this thing down into the ground. Because we're going to cut it about here. Okay, we're going to clean up that side over there. We're going to backfill here. We're going to backfill here so that you have this nice ramp going down to there. And then when we drop the pig in long ways, I can have people up high, right? So you see where this thing is in relation to my legs? It's like mid-thigh. When I cut it, it'll probably be knee height. So if for some ungodly reason that thing decides to fall over, it can't fall that way. It can't fall that way. It can only go one way or the other. Well, nobody's gonna be down here. They're all gonna be up high, and it's really easy to get away from something that's the height of your knee. You just kind of go boop, step, done. Oh, I'm so excited. Like I said, just some backfilling to do. I might line that back area there with bricks and then backfill. I don't know. It's a work in progress. But currently I feel like it's much safer. So we're gonna let that fill with water. I'm gonna go get some tea and we'll be back to cut the top off. All right, reduce, reuse, recycle. Found some old tin laying around. So we're gonna backfill against that. That'll do two things. It'll give me a surface that I can backfill against that won't run underneath, because we need a fire under that thing, so we're not doing it on the front side. The other thing it's gonna let me do is turn this into a chimney, right? We want all that heat to go straight up onto that container. So if I have a bunch of open sides, it's just gonna bleed out the sides, and we don't want that. So let's get this backfilled. Well, as you can see, we got it. Went through a few DeWalt Sawzall blades, and that's okay. If anybody from DeWalt is watching, I would love to be a spokesman for you. Give us a ring. Yeah, right. Anyways, I'm also glad that we filled it full of water, because you can see that there is disgusting oil residue in there. And I don't know about you, but I didn't spend all these months feeding these pigs and giving them the best and happiest life in the cleanest environment I could to dip them in hydrocarbons. Although crude oil is organic. We are gonna get the bleach, the degreaser, and whatever. And we're gonna get this thing ready for a couple hogs. Oh, I'm so excited this thing came out just how I wanted it to. Well, I mean, it's a little wobbly. Oh, one other benefit that I didn't notice before. When we cut the top off, these sides actually bowed out a little bit, which is good, because that gives more room for the pig to be in here. Oh, scaldy. Gross. Alright, well, I've got work to do that isn't fun to watch, so thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to grow as you grow, and please hit that like button for me so others can find us. I gotta gather firewood. Next video should be Community Pig Butchering Day. I look forward to it. See you next time. Bye.